Crypto is the future. It's decentralized. No one can touch it. It's freedom. You've heard the pitch. It sounds like a revolution, a way to break free from the old system, the promise of a world where you are your own bank. It's an amazing idea, except when you hold that idea up to the light of the real world, it starts to fall apart. Every single part of that sentence begins to crack. Because before something can replace money, it has to actually behave like money. And that boils down to one simple, boring, but absolutely essential word: stability. Your rent doesn't change by the hour. The price of a gallon of milk is the same when you enter the store as when you leave. That's the trust that underpins every transaction we make. Now look at crypto. Bitcoin, the supposed king, can swing 10, even 20% in a matter of days. We saw it just last November when it dropped over 21%.
Imagine paying your rent with that. You agree on a price, and by the time you walk from your apartment to your landlord's office, you might not have enough. That's not a currency. That's a high-stakes gamble with your housing. It's a system where you could lose a significant chunk of your paycheck on your way to cash it. And it's not just the big stuff. The mundane, everyday parts of life become impossible. Picture yourself at the grocery store. You're in aisle 3 trying to decide on a cereal. While you're weighing your options, the currency in your digital wallet just dropped 8%. The price of everything in your cart just went up in real time because of market speculation happening thousands of miles away. Money is supposed to be the one stable thing in an unstable world. It's not supposed to panic before you do. It shouldn't have a nervous breakdown while you're buying bananas. But wait, you might say, don't lots of stores take crypto now? On the surface, yes. Statistics show that around half of small and medium-sized businesses are now set up to accept it. But here's the part they don't put on the billboard. The overwhelming majority of those businesses use a payment processor that instantly converts your crypto into dollars the second the transaction goes through.
Think about what that means. The businesses themselves have zero interest in holding the cryptocurrency. They don't trust its value. They don't see it as money. They see it as a volatile asset that needs to be converted into real money as fast as humanly possible. They're treating it like a temporary coupon. Here one moment, unstable the next. Even the proposed fixes like stablecoins pegged to the dollar haven't solved the problem. Major banks like JP Morgan point out that stablecoins are barely used for actual payments. They're mostly just used inside the crypto world to trade other volatile assets. It's a system talking to itself. So after more than 15 years, after all the hype and the promise of a financial rebellion, the world still doesn't use crypto to actually buy things. It was pitched as a replacement for traditional money, but it's not. It's become a speculative asset, something for hedge funds and day traders to bet on. It's not the future of your wallet. It's just another line on a trading screen.
What is crypto actually good for? And the honest answer might surprise you, because right now, crypto functions less like a financial system and more like a digital casino with better branding. People don't buy crypto because they want to pay rent with it. They buy it because they want it to go up, because their cousin got rich, because TikTok said it's the next big thing, because hype is loud and common sense is quiet. It didn't explode because people wanted a new payment system. It exploded because people wanted a shortcut. And here's the most important myth to break. Crypto is not untouchable or beyond government. People repeat this like gospel. Crypto is decentralized. No one can seize it. But real-world cases show the exact opposite. The US government has seized billions in Bitcoin, not by hacking the blockchain, but by seizing people. Their servers, their laptops, their exchange accounts, their private keys stored in cloud backups. The same thing is happening in the UK, where police confiscate huge amounts of crypto tied to scams, simply by taking control of the keys. The blockchain might be decentralized. Humans are not. Wallets live on phones, on USB drives, in iCloud backups. All of those can be seized. So the idea that crypto is untouchable freedom money, that's a marketing slogan, not a real shield. So if crypto isn't stable, isn't untouchable, and it isn't used as money, where does that leave the future of digital money? This is where things get interesting. Because while crypto was trying to fight banks, banks quietly started copying crypto's good ideas.
But they did one major thing differently. Banks are legally allowed to issue deposits. Crypto companies are not. And that single difference changes everything. Major US banks, including JP Morgan, have created something called deposit tokens. This is not crypto. This is simply your existing bank deposit represented as a digital token. If you have $5,000 in your bank account, you can get $5,000 worth of deposit tokens. These tokens move internationally in seconds, work 24/7, earn interest, have zero volatility, and are backed by your real insured deposit. They can always be redeemed for real dollars. Crypto fans say banks are slow. Banks looked at crypto and said, "Thanks for the speed idea, we'll take it from here and remove the risk." Let's compare this clearly. First, you have bank deposit tokens. Backed by your bank deposit, the risk is the lowest possible, volatility is zero, redemption is guaranteed. Their use case is real payments. This is digital money built on banking laws, not vibes. Second, you have stablecoins like Tether or USDC. They're backed by corporate assets. The risk is medium. If the company fails, your token becomes a souvenir. Their main use is for trading and offshore transfers. Finally, you have crypto itself, Bitcoin, Ethereum, backed by belief. The risk is extremely high. Volatility is wild. Its main use case is speculation. Crypto is basically a digital lottery ticket. Not saying it can't make money, just saying it's not money. The emotional truth is, crypto didn't grow because people wanted freedom. It grew because people wanted the jackpot, the shortcut, the 10x overnight fantasy. If you remove the dream of getting rich fast, most people would walk away immediately. Because without the hype, crypto is slow, hard to use, rarely accepted, and expensive. The dream was beautiful, but reality has been volatile. So what's the future of digital money? Probably not anonymous developers and meme coins. The future looks more like banks using crypto-inspired technology, governments modernizing their currencies, payments moving instantly, deposits turning into digital tokens. Crypto promised a revolution, but the real world is delivering an evolution. Stable, regulated, insured digital money that moves like crypto, but behaves like dollars. Crypto set out to destroy banks. Instead, banks quietly adapted and surpassed it. And that is probably what the future of money looks like.